Yeah, let's get started with the PICO emulator first. So the PICO emulator is your entrance into the new OS6, which was developed for the PICO Swan project. And it's like David and they already showed before, it's yeah, your way of already using this new operating system, which is optimized for multitasking. You can open all the different windows, 2D windows, 3D windows at the same time. And it has quite some cool features, which I wanted to share with you. And I also want to show you how you can use it to already start building for Project Swan from today. And for that, I will switch into first the PICO developer resources. So on the PICO developer resources, you can, on the one hand, find all the SDKs you can use to build for Project Swan, but also for other PICO headsets. Like we already saw before, for example, you can find here resources for how to build for PICO Spatial SDK using native development methods. You can use Web Spatial, which I will show afterwards, and also traditional game engines like Unity or Unreal. And if you scroll a bit more down, you will find this PICO Emulator area. And basically, if you go here into documentation, you'll find information about how to install it. There's a step-by-step guide how you can install it in Android Studio step by step. And I will just show you shortly how that would be looking like. So I already opened Android Studio here, and you need to install the plugin from the page. And after you successfully installed the plugin, you can go inside of Android Studio to PICO Spatial tools and can activate these tools. If you did that, you can here find under your device manager, next to traditional phones, for example, phone emulators, you can find the PICO SDK Space OS, which you can use for emulation. I already opened this, which you can, maybe I just restarted. I started from my terminal. So basically, you can start with emulator like this. It will take a couple of seconds to boot up. And when it started, you can see it is the same experience which you will have from a headset itself. You directly, when you start, you can see you can move around in this environment. You see a main menu, which you can trigger on and off with this home button. You can change the environment you're in based on the type of experience you want to build. And yes, you're able to simulate interactions with controllers with this controller button. Here's a list of all the different actions you can do. We will not go through all of them. But like you can see, there's also additional settings you can do here, charging level of battery, you can report bugs and do debugging, etc. What else is interesting is if you open the web browser here, for example, is that you can directly, using this button here, type with your keyboard. So it's really practical for debugging and working with it. And yes, that is one of the options you have. You can directly do screenshots or screen records from the app to showcase your prototypes you are building. And yeah, that's the options we have again. You can also choose here which controllers you want to use. You can use the eye gesture mode because the new headset will have eye tracking, so gaze. So you can use this input mode as well and do additional camera settings here. What I additional wanted to share with you is that it's really easy to install your own apps here. First, it is acting as a real Android device on your MacBook or Windows. You can run it on any hardware. And if you just, for example, have an APK file like this from Unity or Web Spatial Kit or Spatial SDK, you can just pull it in. Like you saw, it was installing something, and you can see this new installed app here, and you can just start this new app. This one, for example, was built with Unity now. It is an app we used actually to build yesterday in our previous workshop. And basically, it's showing a Gaussian splat, which was created using World Labs, where you can have interactions with the chest here or with the doors. And yeah, that's how easy you can get started to build with and for the PICO emulator and for the headset itself.